Hello, sir.
Hello, madam.
Hello, sir. Welcome to the webinar.
Please.
I was just calling you only.
I got to know that. Please.
Yes, sir. Just 5 minutes.
Yeah. Please take your time. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cellular data.
Hello. Please, all the participants mute their phone audio. Hello, Vivek sir. Hello. Sir, we'll start the session. Hello.
Please.
Okay, sir. Video.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I, Dr. K.L.E, and all the members of IIC R.L.Science, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. We are happy to inform that our college has been nominated under Institutions Innovation Council, MOE Innovation Cell MHRD Government of India. So under IIC R.L.Science in association with MHRD Government of India, we are conducting a series of webinars from 1st September to 7th September on different topics. So today's webinar topic is on why intellectual property is important in academia. So today's session will be, the resource person for today's session will be Dr. Vivek Sagar from IISc. I request IPR coordinator Dr. Tamboli sir to introduce our today's resource person.
Thank you, Kirti ma'am. A very good evening to one and all. I take this opportunity to introduce our today's resource person, Mr. Vivek Anand Sagar. He is currently working as consultant and IPR attorney at Patent Information Center, Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology, IISc Campus, Bengaluru. He is an international consultant for Kunming International Arbitration and Mediation Service Center, China, and he is independently practicing as advocate in Bengaluru in the field of IPR and civil litigation. As a part of a research team at National Law, as a part of research team at National Law School of India University, Bengaluru, he has been involved in publication of March of Intellectual Property Law newsletter. He has involved in organizing numerous national, international conferences as a part of Center for Intellectual Property Research and Advocacy and Ministry of Industry and Commerce Chair on IPR at National Law School of India University. He has been involved in the legal research project and submitted comments on draft data protection bill. His research papers and articles have been published in many books and journals. He has been invited as a resource person from various institutions and organizations and delivered guest lectures on the subject of intellectual property rights by Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. With this brief introduction, I request our today's resource person, Vivek Sagar, to take over the session. Sir, over to you. One more request to all the participants is that if you have any kind of questions during the sessions, you are allowed to enter it in the chat box. And later, once the session overs, we will take over to our guest speaker. Thank you.
Hello, Vivek sir. Hello everyone, there is some problem with the internet of the resource person. Will
Hello. Madam, can you enable me to share the screen? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. A very good afternoon to one and all present here in this particular August gathering. It's my pleasure and honor to be part of this particular initiative of IQAC and MHRD's effort. So let me put up my, let me start with my presentation. Yeah.
Sir, please, a small correction. Reva University you have written, it is RLS.
Sorry, let me make it change
Yes.
immediately. Is it fine? Hope this should be fine. As we all have discussed, what do you say, have some decent understanding on intellectual property right, assuming and presuming that we have a decent understanding. The point of reference which I am making over here is that intellectual property rights is important in academics. There's a big question mark for this. And in this particular gathering, we have various students, various faculties are there. I hope the students in their due course of their study, or when they submit their reports or projects, or even the teaching faculties when they submit their various research papers for publication to various journals, or when they write a research proposal for grant. So in all these circumstances, there will be one important component which we all needs to be understanding. That is, when we put in our intellectual output for bringing out some kind of a product, some kind of a process, new process which you have brought out with, or new products which you have brought out with, or some literary work you have done, or some mechanical products you have come out with, or some scientific research results you have brought out, or you would have done a study on the behavior of coronavirus. How does it behave in the respective given temperature or given circumstance? So how do you analyze on all these things when you do all these things, and how do you identify the said viruses? So, or various such kind of things we would have come up with. So in that circumstances, what do you do with intellectual property rights? Now the faculties or the students comes up and say, sir, this is my idea. I have brought an idea regarding I have a very wonderful idea. It's a super idea, sir. And by using this idea, we can do wonders. And today we have a lot of shortage in the oil, etc., etc. And I have come out with a water-based running vehicle, a hydrogen-based running vehicle. So I have brought a new upgraded version of it. Or the battery-based vehicles which we see today, okay, are ones which, what do you say, the problem with respect to mileage, or problem with respect to charge, recharging, or problem with respect to pickup in speed. So these are the three things which we find out. And if we bring some kind of improvement over the already existing product, then that is entitled. And you say that, sir, this is my idea. When you say this is my idea, what do you want it to do? You want it to protect it. How do you protect it? Now, for example, as I have told you that, sir, I have an idea of increasing the battery capacity. Okay, and this also increases the speed of the vehicle. So this is what I have done. Now, tell me, what kind of an IP are you going to? I haven't moved a slide. Okay, I haven't moved. I'm still in the first slide. Yeah. What kind of an IP are you going to take? Can I have some kind of response? Would you like to go for a copyright, which when you write an article, you write, these are the components by using or making the light, lighter the body, or increasing the efficiency of the battery. So these are all the things you write in an article also. Now, in this two situation, what kind of an IP are you going to take? Are you going to take a copyright? Are you going to take a design for the battery for design under the industrial designs? Or are you going to take a patent? Or are you going to take a trademark for the product? What kind of an IP will you go for? Yes, may I have some kind of responses by the participants? Mr. Bannur, HN, Aishwarya, and many other people who are there in my list. May I quickly ask you people that what kind of an IP are you going to protect it? Quickly, please, I request all of them to respond quickly so that I can move on. Yes. Soumya, Shruti, Vinay, Vinut, Ramesh, Rashmi. Quickly, please. Neha Patil.
Sir, could you please repeat the question?
The question is, sir, you have brought out a improvement over the battery. You have, and you know how it has increased the capacity of the vehicle, driving vehicle, and it has increased the mileage because of the improvement you have brought in the battery. Now you write an article for this, and you also put a brand name for this, or there is a design for the battery for this. Okay. So among all these things, which is the first step you would like to take, and for what would you like to take the protection for? For patent, what kind of an for what would you like to take a patent? For what would you like to take a copyright? For what would you like to take a trademark? Yes, sir. Mr. Pawan, Pooja, are you there? Prachi Patil, Purushottam, you're all been enabled to type in the chat box. Okay. I request you to kindly put your answers in the chat box. Ms. Rupa, artistic work, Bhuvaneshwar. What is an artistic work, Bhuvaneshwar, here? There is no artistic work. Sorry. No. Next. Satyappa. Srinidhi. Mr. Srinidhi, are you there? Somshekar. Yes, Mr. Bannur. Safety. No. No, Mr. Bannur, I am not talking of safety. Yes. Swati. Sir, when you have made a Mr. Bannur and Bhuvaneshwar, just listen. You have made an improvement in the battery, sir, today. In your laboratory or in your place, you have made some kind of an improvement over the battery mileage. What kind of an IP are you going to take? Swati, Miss Veena, Vinay, Veena ma'am. Answers, please. I have around 61 participants and only 2 people have answered. What about others? Dr. Prashant says, method of preparation of battery. Very good, sir. Very good. Shruti says symbol. Symbol, you will go for protection under the trademark. Okay. For example, have a logo for that. Okay. MRF. Okay. Likewise. Okay. Shruti says symbol is for the trademark. All the participants can participate actively. Okay, fine. Mr. Girish says indication. What indication, Mr. Girish? Anupama? Kaveri? Preparation of battery. Yes, very good. It says, so preparation of battery, yeah, or the ingredients which goes into the battery, that can go for patent protection. Okay, or the preparation of the battery can go for a patent protection. Okay, the logo which is there on the product can go for a trademark protection. That is the symbol, logo, okay, numbers, words can go for a trademark protection. Okay, likewise, so if you protect the battery which is made out of battery, then you can get a patent protection, and as such you will be able to get a patent over it, and by getting the patent you will get monopoly for next 20 years. You alone can manufacture that particular battery, sell in the market, and without your permission no one else can copy that, and if someone copies, it amount to infringement. Okay, so that is the basically what we are understanding here is, when a student, when a faculty comes out with a new product, new process, or a new artistic work, musical work, cinematographic work, literary work, dramatic work, for all these things there is an intellectual property protection which has been granted, and if you what do you say, protect it and register it for it, then you can get a huge amount of royalty if the product goes successful, okay, in the market. Okay, original research on GE microbes. Yes, very good. Milan, yes, if you have done some kind of original research on GE research microbes, then surely you can go for IP protection. Okay, next. Okay, this is very important, my dear friends. Okay, what is this particular thing? This is Miss Rima Joseph, okay, who was a 10th standard student who won a National Innovation Award. For what? Let me stop the presentation and I'll show you for what she got the patent, for what she got the award. So just allow me to put the video for you. I'm just uploading the same. Just a minute, please. Yeah, this particular video, I'm just uploading that. Yeah. See this, don't worry about the sound, okay? This particular our national award winner, Mary Jose, her work is being covered in Discovery Channel, okay? Yes. See, this is it's a fancy electronic one. So here you can find there is a box. In the box, there is a cylindrical shape mesh where you can put your cloths and put the water, put the soap powder and pedal it, so that the cloths get into a turning kind of process. And see, she also sees where the villagers who are all going to nearby water source for washing their clothes. And by doing that, what happens? She finds the children who are going to the nearby river have a lot of accidents, etc., and difficulty for them. So she comes out with this kind of a easier solution. This is why she was from a Kerala. She also saves her father's electricity bill. Yes, though it is. She said it's my technology. Okay, I hope you all have seen this particular video. Now, my first question is, what is the problem which she saw and what is the solution which she came up. Okay, can you tell me, can you identify the problems, few problems, what she had a problem, where she saw, what was her basically a problem? Answer questions, play. This is a question. Can I find some answers in the chat box quickly, please? Milan, Girish, Shruti, Bannur, everyone, quickly. What is the problem in this particular video when you saw? What is the problem which she identified? Answers, please, quickly. Yeah. Prashant sir, unable to afford a washing machine at all. Yes, very good. So the first one of the major problem is because washing machine goes around at least 15, 20,000 or 30, 40,000 rupees for a fully automatic, etc., etc. So by what she identifies, so an affordable washing machine for all. Okay. And second one, Mr. Girish also says, sir, scarcity of water. Yeah, water is scarce, and by limited water availability, you can what do you say, facilitate the people. That's one of the important ones. Okay, next, any other thing? Yeah. Let me see the chat box. Yeah. So no recycling and reuse of water. Okay, fine. So that's one of the, you find out a problem in her product. Okay. Electricity consumption. Yeah, this does not require any electricity consumption because it's a Kerala place wherein what happens, there is in a hilly region, there is a lot of water short. There is a lot of electricity supply problem. Sarika, kindly mute your audio, please. Yeah. Yes. So here, when you say this kind of a problem which has been solved by this particular girl who was a 10th standard student, okay, and brought out this kind of a mission, this was patented product. This was a patented product. When she got a patent over this, she transferred her technology to the industry for manufacturing it on a larger scale, and she was awarded with National Innovation Award. So this is what today, why we speak about her, showcase her, tell her, because a young mind, a mind to solve a problem is more than enough to protect the intellectual property rights. If you have come out with a novel idea and protect it. So in that context, intellectual property rights law plays a very important role for the academicians. If you have an idea, if you have brought out with a novel idea and creative idea, if you have an idea to become a startup, how Ola, how it may be a Ola company, or it may be a Bounce, or it may be any such kind of companies which started with an idea. Today, Ola does not own a single car, but they are the largest, what do you say, provider of transport business. Okay, so these are the things which one idea can become a very wonderful kind of situation. So it is, all these things can start with an innovation. So throughout the history, the need to innovate has been a center for economical development. Even during the pandemic COVID situation, the innovation has become a center point, or even more pertinent for the growth, for the world as a driver for growth. So innovation is what we always need to be keeping in our mind. We have to keep on innovating, keep on creating new things. Okay. Yeah. This is very important for an academic institution. So when you say an academic institution, we may be of a scientific institution, sociological and arts, any kind of institution. There is majorly, we divide into two major areas. One, in an academic institution, there is a lot of research results which comes out of it. If you come out with lot of research result, usually the teachers or the faculties or the students are primarily given the primary target of publishing their papers in the national journal, international journal, or the books. So those are the publications which we primarily concentrate on. But the same research result, as I said, a battery electric battery, where you have come out with a good idea of develop, and when you have developed in your research laboratory, you have developed this particular battery, rechargeable battery, and increase its efficiency. So if you write an article and publish, then it is copyright protected, wherein anyone can pick up the idea and use, because expression is only protected in copyright. But if you feel that, okay, fine, anyone can read and use my article in the manufacturing process, so what should I do? You should go for a patent protection. So what you should do, you should not publicize it, rather you should disclose it in two major areas. Two major assets. One, intellectual asset, another one is other assets. In intellectual assets, we have two major, once again bifurcated into two areas. One, knowledge, which is unprotected by intellectual property law. What is that knowledge? Know-how. What is the know-how? For example, you know this Coca-Cola or a Pepsi. This, in Coca-Cola and Pepsi, there is a ingredients which goes into the product is not known to public at all. They have kept it as trade secret. Okay, or the core of the subject matter, the formulation, the core formulation is not known to public. So they have kept it as a trade secret, which is unprotected under written legislation. Your experience, you have an experience over 10 years of experience in teaching, 10 years of experimenting on the product or the project, or the proprietary information, the idea per se, the concept, the theory, rational observation, solution and institutions. So these are all the unprotected. What are the things which are protected? So protected, we have patents and patentable inventions. Industrial designs, I said you have come out with a new aerodynamic vehicle, where with certain speed you can just flush through a particular space. Mind game, yes, very good. Yeah, so these are all the various industrial design, the design of the particular machine, or the switch, or the fan, or any kind of instrument are protected under industrial designs. Next, we have copyright and artistic work. Copyright protects the literary works. Literary works such as books, essay, compilation, computer program, source code, objective code are all protected under copyrights. Next, we have database right, layout design, and integrated circuits. Now the electronics department students comes out with electronic circuits. That circuit will be protected over here. And varieties and softwares. Excuse me. These are that one case, are the other, are the one form of IPRs, intellectual property protection. If you do this, what is the thing which you are going to get? That is utilizing this intellectual property rights, and how do you monetize? How do you utilize? And what is your strategies are? That we will discuss at the next step. But what are the other assets? Like the licensing, the collaborations and human capacity, equipments, laboratory, capacity building, research fundings are the other assets of the institution. Now, when you say, sir, I have all these intellectual property rights, patents, copyright, trademark. On the other side, we have a lot of publications, and many people wanted to become an entrepreneur, and we would like to, what do you say, access a grant license for our product for manufacturing, etc. How do you do? What do we do? So you do through this below steps. One, you share your intellectual property rights through a written contract, okay, for research, further research, okay, or you transfer it, or you become a consultant for the for a manufacturing company, that you, okay, fine, because I have a very good experience in this particular product, I'll be a consultant to you, okay, so that I can improve on the product which they are manufacturing. Next, we have explore. Okay, we can explore further. We can transfer our right. Okay, like to the technology transfer, copyright licensing, assignment, material transfer. So these are all the transfers which we can transfer our right and get a good amount of royalty, or the compensation amount, or an outright sale amount, etc. Or you can also do a venture, where if someone is doing on a similar technology, join them and make a joint venture. Okay, or contract research, collaborative research. You do further research on said product. So, or you may you take some sponsorship on the project work. So these are the outputs which you can do. And that is why intellectual property rights becomes relevant for an academic institution, because today academic institution not just merely retained to be as an mere teaching or teaching instructions, rather they're becoming a hub of startup. They are becoming a what do you say, provoking students to become a job provider rather than job seeker. So it is not that we manufacture students for a job to be placed at some place, rather as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a job provider to the society. So that is where the role of intellectual property rights in an academic institution plays a very important role. Yeah. So this is yet another small statistical data for your kind understanding. So here we can find the trends in last 5 years, how number of patent application has been rising from 42,000 in the year 2014-15 to here we can find 2019-20, 56,000 applications. So there's a gradual increase in number of patent filing and also the brand. Here are the foreign national startups. How many startups who are filing here? We can find in 160 startups are filing patents. And here in the 18-19, around 801 applications are filed. This is very important for you all. Yes. Especially in Indian application where in the R&D institutions or organizations, how number of filing of patents have been increasing. So you can find CSIR, IISc, Indian Council for Agricultural Research, Aditya Birla Science and Technology Company Private Limited, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. These are the top 10 organizations, R&D organizations filing patents. Here is an education institutions like Indian Institute of Technologies collectively are in the first position, Chandigarh University, Amity University, SRM University, Bhartiyar University. So here we all need to be observing one thing, how academia is also gearing up themselves in filing number of patents, and that is also one of the important component under the IP protection for IP importance in an academic institution. Today, one of the good news for all of us is just in 15 days before, the Piyush Goyal, who is the Minister for MIC, Minister of Industry and Commerce, he has told that for education institutions, if they are going to file for a patent, 80% of the government fees will be waived off. He has already declared that it will be waived off. Once it waive off, if it is 10,000 rupees, you have to pay fees. Now you have to just pay only 2,000 rupees for an education institution. So these are the various benefits which education institutions becomes relevant and important for you to protect your IP. And how government is also facilitating on the fee structure aspect. Okay. So this is just understanding about how various other nations are filing patents in India. See, one of the biggest country which is filing a lot of patents in India is United States of America. They file around 8,199 patent applications. Japan files 3,000, China files 2,000, Germany, Korea, Netherlands, etc., etc. Let me skip this. Yeah. And let me skip this also. Let me go directly to the, because of want of time, I'll just skip all this content. So now here we need to understand that what is an intellectual property is. We understood about its importance. Now we need to know what is it. So what is it? It is a property which is created with intellect, such as inventions, books, painting, song, symbol, name, image, designs, which are used in the business. It's a legal right, like how you purchase a property, you get a right over the property to construct a building, rent out, lease, etc. Likewise, this intellectual property rights also gives is a right. It's a legal right conferred on the property, and the property is an intangible. What is tangible? Tangible is something which we can see, like building, car. But what is an intellectual property? In a single mobile phone, we have around more than 1,000 patents in it. So it is, can you see the patent in the product? No, you cannot see because it is intangible. Okay. So this is one such another point we need to remember. And IPR are territorial in its nature. Territorial means if you have a patent in India, only in India you can get protection. If you want to protect it in other country, you need to file separate applications through, if it is for patent, then it is PCT. If it is for trademark, then it is Madrid agreement. So likewise, there are various other routes to file patent or trademark applications. And you have to file it separately in separate nations. Otherwise, you will not get protected. Yeah. Next. Yeah. So these are the various types of IPR: patents, trademark, copyright, designs, geographical indication, trade secrets, semiconductor and layout designs, and plant varieties. Yeah, this is once again another important IP, which is an evergreening, and Karnataka stands as a first place in number of grant of geographical indication, like your Channapatna toys, Mysore silk saree, Mangalore, your Dharwad Peda, or you can also refer to Mangaluru Mattagulla, okay, Mysuru Mallige, so or Shirsi Supari. So these are all the various geographical indications which is there in Karnataka. Karnataka is a leading GI, and Karnataka has the highest number of GI granted across across India. And what is a GI? GI is a sign used on product that have a specific geographical origin and possess quality of a repute that are due to the origin. Okay. GI is granted for agricultural, manufactured, or natural products. They are valid for 10 years, and every 10 years you can keep on renewing it. Yeah. For academicians, copyright becomes a very important role. So copyright is an exclusive right granted to the creator on expression of an idea. You have expressed some kind of an idea in a book for which you get protection. Copyright owner has a right to reproduce, translate, adapt, perform, distribute, publish, and display the work. Next, registration is not mandatory since copyright comes into existing as soon as the intellectual work is created. Okay, it is recommended to register a copyright for better enforcement. But there is no mandatory registration required. But if you register, it gives a conclusive proof or conclusive value to the product. Yeah. What are the various works which comes under the copyright? It is literary work, artistic work, dramatic work, musical work, cinematographic work, and sound recording. So how do you register a copyright? Copyright, you file an application in the copyright registry, that is copyright.gov.in. Once when you file application, if there is no objection from the third party, after examination, the patent office, the copyright registry will provide registration. And for copyright office is only one office there in Delhi. Okay. But for patent, we have in Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. We from Karnataka has to file application to Chennai office. But now it's all online. So there is no, I don't think it should be much difficult for us. We people from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, all has to approach Chennai patent office. Yeah. Next. Yeah. Trademark be another important type of IP. As I said earlier, one of my friend was telling that, sir, a symbol. So it comes under the trademark. Trademark is the name, word, sound, color, combination, fragrance, symbol, or drawing. See, Adidas, okay, or your Olympic logo. So these are all the various trademarks. Trademark let us identify the goods made or services, okay, or offered by a company or an individual. Trademark is registered initially for 10 years, and every 10 years you can keep on renewing it. But for copyright, it is for the lifetime of an author, 60 years. That's all. After 60 years, it comes to public domain. That means anyone can use your invention. Yeah, here is one important thing you must have seen in the various boards, in the logos on the boards, that if in the name called as gold gem, they would have written R in a circle. R in a circle refers to that it is a registered trademark. If it is they have filed an application for trademark, but yet to get a registration, so they go for TM. That is trademark applied, but has to be granted. Yeah, very important for all of us. That is the patent. Patent is an exclusive right granted, which provides an exclusive right for making, using, selling, offering for sale, importing your invention. And you have to fulfill 3 criteria. 1, novelty, non-obviousness, and industrial applicability. Okay, and the patent is valid for 20 years. Every 20 years, you have to keep on renewing. There is no any renewal for patent. After 20 years, it will come into public domain. Anyone can use your invention, make you sell, and you cannot stop him. Under section 21J and of Indian Patent Act defines invention. Yeah, so there are certain invention which is not protectable under patents. Okay, what are those? Invention which is against the public order or morality, a method of treatment of animals, mere admixture, traditional knowledge, an abstract idea, mathematical calculation or business method, you cannot get any protection. For agriculture, method of agriculture, sir, I have a new method which I will do, and by that method, yielding can increase like anything. As a court says, no, we cannot grant for methodology, but if you have developed a BT cotton, then a new seed of new variety, then protection will be granted. Or if you have done a, what do you say, a new equipment for tilling or sowing or removing the weed, okay, some kind of things, if you have come out with like that, then it will be protected under the patents, but mere methodology of agriculture, you will not get protection. So patent application, we have to apply it into the Indian Patent Office, depending on the jurisdiction. There is an agent called as patent agent who have a science background. Anyone who is having a science background or technological background can apply for patent agent exam. You write and qualify, and you will be entitled, you will be eligible for filing patents on behalf of the inventor. And what is the process which happens in the place? So you have to file application, it will be examined, and if it passes the test of patentability, then it will be granted. If not, then patent will be rejected. Yeah, this is a designs. Designs are in the shape, pattern, arrangement, color combinations, and design is valid for 10 years plus extendable to 5 years. Thereafter, it will be into public domain. Yeah. So essentials of a design. So what are the essentials of a design? A design should be an eye-catchy feature. It should be new or original, applied to an article, but it should not be a functional feature. Okay. Yeah. Yes, very good. Okay, now a quick game to everyone, puzzle game. Okay, now tell me, there is a new formulation, a formulation you have brought out, a medicine you have brought out. What kind of an IP are you going to protect for? Patent, copyright, trademark, designs. What IP for the medicines? Answers in the chat box, please. Girish, Malan. For medicines, what IP will you go for? You have to take a patent for a new medicines you have brought out. There is a logo on the product. You go for trademark. There is a design shape of a bottle. Can go for design protection. Yes. What about this? You have to see here that there is a problem which has been identified. What is a problem? And it's a functional feature. What is a functional feature? Now, whenever we used to take medicines near to our eyes, there is a natural tendency of it to close. What this particular inventor did was made a small stand so that your eyes are closed. Whenever you take medicine, your eyes will be open and you can administer the medicine. So this is a small device he did, and it is protectable under patents. Your user guide can go for copyright protection. A single mobile phone can explain all kinds of IP. A logo, you go for a trademark. Various technology inside the mobile phone, go for a patent. The songs, computer software can go for copyrights. The shape of the phone can go for designs. Yes. So with this, it becomes very pertinent and relevant for academic institutions to give a lot of importance on intellectual property rights. Faculties and students has to give a lot of concern on interest on it, so that you get appropriate reward at various circumstances. So with that, I would like to thank, this is all with an initiative to make creative India and innovative India. And if we are all ready, then we should make IP India. So intellectual property, make intellectual property India. So we have to do this so that the nation also go ahead and we also go with that. So with that, I would like to thank the K.L.E Society for providing me an opportunity to discuss on this particular subject matter on intellectual property rights. I think I have another 5 minutes. I think so. I should have.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You can have.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask is, if there is any questions, I would like to take up if there is any questions from the participants.
Participants can ask the questions.
Yeah. If you have any doubts, you can ask me a question. Yeah. And I'll be happy to answer. If there is no question, then that's also fine.
So one more thing, what I want to get clarified is, as you said that if I have one some invention, and that if I copyright it in India, is that copyright cannot be valid outside India, right?
What I mean to say is, copyright is different issue, patent is different.
Patent, sorry, patent one.
If you have a patent in India for a mission, okay, or a technology you have brought, okay, your earphone, you have made an advanced earphone without wireless, it goes with Bluetooth, and today the earphones will go for a week or 2-3 days. But you have done a earphone which has a daily capacity for more than a week time to stay with the battery. So if you have done the technology, you have filed application in patents in India, but you have not filed the patent in Europe, Australia, or US, then it will not be protected there. Anyone can manufacture this particular product, okay, even without your permission. But so you have to choose which are the country where electronic gadgets, where China, China or South Korea or US are the 3 major places for manufacturing of electronic gadgets. So you have to see that, okay, this 3 country is the one which I need to identify for filing of a patent, and you have to file there, so that any product which they manufacture, they should take a license from you to go ahead. Okay. So these are the things which we need to do. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Are there any more questions from participants? Seems like we are done, sir. So now I request our student IPR coordinator, Ms. Rachana Sherry, to propose vote of thanks.
Good evening to one and all. On this wonderful evening, I, Rachana Sherry, deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. As William Arthur Ward rightly said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Today, I take this opportunity to express my gratitude and appreciation to all those who made this event a special one. To begin, on behalf of the college management, staff, and all the students, I would like to thank our research person, Mr. B. Vivek Anand Sagar, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace the occasion. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your knowledge and insight on the subject. Now I place on record our gratitude to our principal, Dr. J.S. Kavlekar Madam, for her constant support and encouragement. I extend my gratitude to Dr. Satish MP, sir, President IIC R.L.S. Institute, Dr. Kirti S. Badgi Madam, Convener IIC R.L.S. Institute, Dr. M.M. Tamboli, sir, IPR Coordinator, and all the members of the IIC for organizing such an event. Thank you all. My heartfelt thanks to the heads of various departments and faculty for their valuable contributions, guidance, and encouragement in all our efforts. Last but not least, I thank all my dear friends for their cooperation in making this function resounding success. Once again, thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vivek, sir. And thank you all the participants who are joined with us, and we will see you next time. Thank you.
I request all the participants to kindly fill the feedback link, which is sent on the chat box. Hello, everyone. So we are at the end of the session. Please kindly all the participants fill the feedback link, which is given in the chat box.